Prince Carl Philip of Sweden attends a conference at Karlberg Castle. Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom launches a new podcast in London. The Grand Ducal family of Luxembourg hosts a special Christmas reception at Chateau de Berg. And the Palais Principality de Monaco releases a Christmas card of the Sovereign Prince family. All this and much more coming up next on your Royal Daily News. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you're doing well. My name is Alexandra, and welcome to your Royal Daily News for Saturday, December 16th, 2023. On Friday in Monacoville, the Palais Principality de Monaco released a 2023 Christmas card of the Sovereign Prince family. The beautiful image was taken inside the Salon de Glace, overlooking the Place du Palais, by court photographer Mr. Eric Mathon in late November. On the back of the card, there's a lovely Christmas greeting in Monegasque, French, and English from the Sovereign Prince couple that reads, quote, "May these holidays be the dawn of a year of happiness for you and your loved ones," end quote. On Wednesday, the Sovereign Prince couple, accompanied by His Serene Highness, Hereditary Prince Jacques of Monaco, and Her Serene Highness, Princess Gabriella of Monaco, will participate in the annual presentation of Christmas gifts to Monegasque children in the Court of Honor at the Palais Princier. Meanwhile, it was announced that His Serene Highness Prince Albert II of Monaco will appear on Riviera Radio at noon on Christmas Day, where he will reflect on the year 2023 as well as, quote, "deliver a special message to Riviera Radio listeners," end quote. In Tokyo, His Imperial Majesty Emperor Naruhito of Japan held an audience on Friday with His Majesty Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah of Brunei and his son, His Royal Highness Prince Abdul Mateen of Brunei, at the Imperial Palace. According to the Imperial Household Agency, discussions focused on the, quote, "friendship and diplomatic ties between Japan and the Sultanate of Brunei," end quote. The Sultan and the Prince are on an official visit to Japan to attend the opening of a 3-day summit to commemorate the 50th anniversary of the relationship Aishan-Japan Friendship and Cooperation that begins on Saturday, which is today. On Thursday evening, Their Royal Highnesses Grand Duke Henri and Grand Duchess Maria Theresa of Luxembourg, accompanied by Their Royal Highnesses Hereditary Grand Duke Guillaume and Hereditary Grand Duchess Stephanie of Luxembourg, hosted a Christmas reception at Chateau de Berg. The reception was held for members of the Luxembourg Armed Forces and police officers who recently returned from international peacekeeping operations mandated by the United Nations, NATO, and the European Union. In the afternoon, the Grand Ducal couple attended the 25th edition of the Voice of the Street Christmas Party, held at the Bonne Voix Cultural Center. Established in 1996, the Voice of the Street is a nonprofit organization that works for the social and professional integration of disadvantaged individuals in Luxembourg. The organization, which has 9 locations throughout the Grand Duchy, provides free hot meals, clothing, toiletries, and hot showers. The Voice of the Street, which is coordinated with the Ministry of Health, works in close collaboration with the Luxembourg Red Cross. On Friday, Their Majesties King Philippe and Queen Mathilde of the Belgians attended the opening of the exhibition entitled Rose, 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 à mes yeux, James Ensor and Still Life in Belgium from 1830 to 1930, held at the Musée in Ostend. According to a press release, the exhibition focuses entirely on James Ensor's still life works for the very first time. Quote, "Some 50 works from Ensor's significant production in this area, from the first bourgeois examples to the haunted still life works of the 1890s to the ethereal, dreamy examples of the late period, serve as a backbone and calibration for an overview of still life in Belgium between 1830 and 1930. In this period, various talented painters are looking for ways to recharge the genre, which has become an ostentatious, decorative genre without artistic commitment in both pictorial and iconographic terms. Here, Ensor illustrates the general trend and his exceptional quality at the same time." End quote. Rose, 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 à mes yeux, James Ensor and Still Life in Belgium from 1830 to 1930 will be open to the public until April 14th, 2024 at the Musée. In the evening, Their Majesties, accompanied by His Royal Highness Prince Emmanuel of Belgium, attended a performance of Les Miserables in Antwerp. On Thursday evening in Brussels, His Majesty King Philippe of the Belgians presided over the presentation of the 19th edition of the Prix Belgique for young journalists at Château du Lac. Established in 2005, the Belgique is an initiative of the Belgian Public Radio Network, VRT, Vivacité, and the Prince Philippe Fund. The overall goal of the competition is to promote collaboration among future journalists of the three communities, French, German, and Flemish, in the kingdom. Held under the theme, The Sparks of the Belgique, the participants were asked to write an article about inspiring young Belgians. 14 future journalists, united in pairs, a French-speaking and a Dutch-speaking, competed to win a 6-month paid internship at the French-speaking Belgian network, RTBF, and the Dutch-speaking network, VRT. On Friday, Her Royal Highness Princess Beatrix of the Netherlands received the first Kingdom calendar at Paleis Noordeinde in Den Haag. According to RVD, the calendar was created by students from the Den Haag University of Applied Sciences and, quote, contains photos of nature organizations affiliated with the Dutch Caribbean Nature Alliance, DCNA, and festive days such as Kingdom Day on December 15th and Dia de Rincon, Bonaire on April 30th. The calendar was created in collaboration with the DCNA and the Ministry of the Interior and Kingdom Relations. All proceeds from the sale of the calendar will benefit the DCNA's nature management. End quote. Meanwhile, His Majesty King Willem-Alexander of the Netherlands visited the St. Antonius Hospital in Utrecht. During his visit, the king spent time with patients, doctors, nurses, and administrative staff. The king was also given a tour of the hospital. In Kuwait, the Emiri Diwan announced that His Highness Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, the Emir of Kuwait, has passed away. He was 86 years old. Per a statement from the Emiri Diwan, quote, with great sadness and sorrow, we, the Kuwaiti people, the Arab and Islamic nations, and the friendly peoples of the world, mourn the late His Highness the Emir Sheikh Nawaf Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, who passed away to his Lord today. End quote. The late Emir will be laid to rest tomorrow morning after prayers at the Bilal bin Rabah Mosque in Zahara. My condolences to his family and friends. May he rest in peace. In London, it was announced that Her Majesty Queen Camilla of the United Kingdom's charity and book club, the Queen's Reading Room, will launch their first podcast on all platforms on January 8, 2024. Per a press release, quote, the Queen's Reading Room podcast is a place for book lovers and those who wish they loved literature a little more to be inspired by the bookish confessions of global literary heroes. Authors from around the world have shared their own literary treasures with us, revealing their favorite writers, most treasured books, and earliest reading memories. This brand new series delves into the homes and hearts of the authors that we love the most. End quote. If you're interested in listening to the trailer for the Queen's Reading Room podcast, in the description box below, I will leave a direct link to the official website of the Queen's Reading Room. This sounds exciting. I'm looking forward to this. This morning, the Danish royal court released 2 new photos of their royal highnesses, Prince Joachim and Princess Marie of Denmark, along with their 2 children, His Excellency Count Henrik of Montpezat and Her Excellency Countess Athena of Montpezat, enjoying an early Christmas dinner in their home in Washington, D.C. The lovely Princess Marie prepared her favorite Danish dish, roast pork. Late next week, the Prince family, along with His Excellency Count Felix of Montpezat, will arrive at Marselisborg Slot in Aarhus to spend Christmas with Her Majesty Queen Margrethe II of Denmark and the Crown Prince family of Denmark. In connection with the royal family's Christmas holiday in Aarhus, there will be a changing of the guard at the Royal Life Guard at Marselisborg Slot every day at noon sharp. On Friday in Copenhagen, Her Majesty, Queen Margrethe II of Denmark, received letters of credence from newly appointed ambassadors to the Kingdom of Denmark at Christian VII's Slot at Amalienborg. The newly appointed ambassadors are from the Republic of Costa Rica, the Czech Republic, and the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. Each new ambassador accredited to the Kingdom of Denmark visits Christian VII's Slot at Amalienborg to present his or her letters of credence to the sovereign. This official document from a foreign head of state informs the sovereign that he or she has appointed the new ambassador as the official representative in the Kingdom of Denmark. Upon receiving the letters of credence, formalizes his or her entry into the Kingdom of Denmark. Last week, Her Royal Highness Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, His Royal Highness Prince Vincent of Denmark, and Her Royal Highness Princess Josephine of Denmark climbed the iconic Sydney Harbour Bridge with the company Bridge Climb Sydney. In their social media post, the company wrote, quote, "We hope you enjoyed your special family time on the iconic coat hanger," end quote. As I mentioned in an episode 2 weeks ago, which you can learn more about in the link above, right here on the right, the Royal Highnesses, Crown Prince Frederik and Crown Princess Mary of Denmark, and their 3 children are on a long-planned family holiday down under. Unfortunately, His Royal Highness Prince Christian of Denmark was unable to join the family on holiday. The reason? School. The Crown Prince family recently spent time in beautiful Tasmania with Crown Princess Mary's family, including Professor John Donaldson and his wife Susan, and the Crown Princess's longtime and dear friend, Miss Amber Petty, before visiting lovely New Zealand. The Crown Prince family will return to Denmark later this week. Meanwhile, in Solna, His Royal Highness Prince Carl Philip of Sweden, as High Patron, attended the 2023 Veterans Conference held inside the Parliament Hall at Karlberg Castle. During the conference, the Swedish Minister of Defense, Mr. Paul Jonsson, presented the 15-page document of the government's veteran strategy entitled An Active and Inclusive Veteran Policy. According to a press release, the conference, quote, covered historical aspects such as the establishment of operations by laws and government decisions, as well as current projects such as the Veteran Register and the History Project, and how to keep in touch with foreign veterans who are no longer in the armed forces, end quote. And finally, on Friday in Oslo, Their Majesties King Harald V and Queen Sonja of Norway and their Royal Highnesses Crown Prince Haakon and Crown Princess Mette-Marit of Norway hosted a Christmas luncheon at the Royal Palace for members of the Norwegian government. And there you have it. Thank you all so much for joining me this afternoon. I will be back tomorrow on Sunday, December 17th. No, really, I will be, with all the latest royal news. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful Saturday and a great Sunday tomorrow. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss a thing. Okay, again, have a wonderful Saturday afternoon, everyone, and I will see you all tomorrow. Definitely. Take care.